Hi everyone, I'm Peggy Rometo and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, so I hope you've gotten into the practice now of slowing down, going into the heart, dropping down into the center of the earth, using that imagination to draw a white light all the way down and then bring it all the way back up with our breath, up to the top of our head, hold it for a count of 3, and then exhaling all the way back down to the earth and letting go, right? And we'll repeat this 3 times. And the idea is that every time we exhale, we're letting go of our worries, letting go of our fears, letting go of any anxieties or excitement, even anticipation. Even if it's good, we want to let it go because we want to be at neutral. When we're at neutral, we can receive information. Okay? So let's go ahead and try it and see what's up for us for this week. So we go into that heart. Let's make space with your breath. Drop down into the center of the earth, and then let's inhale up. Okay, so right away it's coming up is you want to be precautious in your dealing with other people. You want to double check your information. You want to double check the details. Don't rush in. You know, sometimes we're so focused on getting something done that we rush to the finish line and we forget all these other details that needed to happen, right? And so case in point, I just had an invitation sent out to somebody that's for tomorrow and they showed up today, right? Just small detail, the date, the time, right? Those things are important. So when we're trying to manifest something in the physical world, we want to make sure that the details fit together, that everything as it says it is. So whether it's an invitation you're sending to somebody, or whether it's finalizing a project or a meeting or a website, you know, anything that you're doing, finalizing a contract, whether it's to hire somebody or to create a business agreement or selling a property or a car or buying something, you want to make sure that the details are there. You don't want to just rush in for the sake of getting it finalized. Because I see what, you know, the possibility this week is everybody hurrying up to get things done and then important details being left out and then embarrassment, right? So to avoid that, double and triple check things that you've got going on, especially if it's around, you know, a big event like you're catering a party or you've got an engagement party or a wedding and you forgot to hire a photographer, right? Believe it or not, it's happened. So it's like these important things, but we're so busy with just the busyness of everything that we forget important details. So this week could be one of those weeks, so busy with the busyness of what there is to do that we forget like the one thing we went to the store for. It's like that kind of week. Now, I understand there's a lot of weather going on out there. I know Japan just had a typhoon and an earthquake, and I pray for everybody there. And I know that we have some hurricanes circling, you know, Florida and up the east coast there of the Carolinas. So one of the things we can do is we can send energy, we can send love. But the other thing that's coming in is that that a lot of time that energy of weather patterns, it can affect us in other ways as well, right? If you've got a flight this week that you're taking, your flight could be rerouted or delayed because of weather that's not even close to you, but someplace else. So I just feel a lot of people might be squeezed because of weather this week. So make sure you leave yourself enough time. Make sure that you are prepared. If you're in the wake of any of those storms, you know, take care of yourself. Make sure that you're over-prepared. You know, I know, especially with hurricanes, people tend to a lot of times wait until the last minute. You don't want to do that. Like, this is something that just get ahead of the curve. Okay, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. So here's the other thing. Patience is needed this week. There's also a lot of good things happening this week. A lot of people have some big successes happening this week. There's a lot of light out there, like just big, amazing things happening. Now we know spiritually we have Rosh Hashanah happening this week, which is a great energy of light that's coming into the world. So just be aware that this light, it reminds me sometimes of Christmas Day, right, with little kids, and they get all this stuff and they're so happy, and then they crash, and then they're cranky and tired and ornery. Well, the same happens with adults, right? So you have all this great energy and then you just kind of crash. So we want to avoid the crash, and the way we do that is just pacing ourselves. You know, being aware of your time this week, being aware of your energy this week, being aware of everything that you have to do, and get organized. So I would recommend, you know, starting on Sunday or Monday and go, okay, what do I have to have happen this week? And just to start to implement it, write it down about all the things that you want to finalize, the things, the details that are needed, and who you have to be to carry that out, right? So it's, remember to add, who do I need to be to make that happen, right? What kind of temperament do I need to have? What are the people that I need to have around me to help me carry that out? And then to ask the universe help in providing that for us. Because whenever we go to manifest something, the Creator already gives us all the details, everything that we already need to make that happen. And we get that as soon as the thought is created. It's downloaded with everything we should ever need. So we shouldn't have any doubt about whatever it is that we're doing or we're trying to manifest. The idea is then to implement those resources that the divine has given us. So this week is one of those weeks when there's help around us. Everything is there, but we have to open our eyes to it. We have to ask for it, right? Put up our hand and say, hey, will you help me? Or be able to say, wow, I don't know that. I don't have the answer for that, but I know somebody else does. So use your social media, use your friends, use your relationships, and support one another. This is one of those weeks when you want to ask for support because the universe wants to give it to us. Okay, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. Okay, so patience is needed, and I think I may have said that once, but I guess we need it more than once this week. So patience in that we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We don't want to get frustrated that maybe other people aren't available for us, or things can't be done in our timing that we thought would be appropriate. So it's about having patience wherever you are with whatever you're doing. Now this could also mean too with, you know, with the weather, it could cause us to have patience. It could mean that there's a lot of activity and it could be that your flight is delayed. It could be that maybe you're just have something happening and your car needs to get repaired and the mechanic is late and so you're having to stay there longer than you anticipated. There's a lot of different reasons why we need to wait at somebody else for somebody else, or that we're at the mercy on somebody else's timetable, right? So what there is to do is just to accept it, right? And we accept it by loving our reality. Just love it as it is. However it shows up, it is perfect. And the reason we want to accept it as perfect is because when we can make peace in the moment and say, oh, everything's perfect just as it is, logically we would go, are you crazy? The world is in shambles. People are starving. There's a lot of things happening. How could you say that? But spiritually, if we create that spiritually, that everything is always perfect, what that does for the ego, it calms us down and it allows us to be able to see exactly how we need to be in the moment so that the right words come out of our mouth, or the right way of being shows up to make a difference for whatever's going on for somebody else, right? So when we always just start to think we're at the right place at the right time, under the right circumstances, or everything is as it should be, or there's nothing wrong in this moment, everything is perfect. When we start to have those types of conversations with ourselves, we're enabling a stronger part of ourselves to come through and to make a difference in the world. So this week, I invite you to enable that part of yourself that is co-creating with the universe, that everything is perfect at this time and in this moment just as it needs to be. And when we can do that, the week will just be better. Things will come in as they're supposed to be, and we'll actually feel happier because we remove that struggle. Okay, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. So with the patience comes the surrender and the letting go, right? And for a lot of people, you've had to let go of a lot of different things, whether it's you've sold your home, or you raised your kids, or you've sent a child off to college, or you've gotten a divorce, or you've just married a son or daughter, or you've just had a baby and you've said goodbye to being single, right? Or, there's a lot of things that we let go of. So, but in letting go, what happens when you let go is you also step into a new creation, a new opportunity, right? A whole new existence is given to you. So as soon as you're able to let go, and this is the reason you want to let go, the faster you can let go, the easier it is for that new reality to come in. Just the brightness, the success, the opportunities accompanying that new reality. So we always want to be grateful for the past and for what it's given us and what it's contributed to our life. But when we let go, we're allowing us to be able to receive everything that the Creator wants us to have. So letting go is really big this week. So if you're struggling with letting go, just know that it's okay. Surrender in the moment, see everything perfect as it is, and that's going to help you to let go so that you can really receive what's next for you. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else going on for this week that we need to be aware of. So Thursday feels like a really positive day. For some of you, might be getting some good news on Thursday. It could be a job offer. It could be an opportunity to show up and step into something. Maybe somebody else canceled and we would like you to come, right? One of those things. It could be that, another employee can't make something and you're being asked to fill in. So I feel like there's some big career boosts or movements happening for some of you. Some of you may have just recently got a job and need to move, and you find the right property this week. There's a lot of momentum that's happening with careers, and I see Thursday as being like a big star day. So something really big on Thursday, whether it's a job offer or a partnership or an alliance or a call that, hey, you're moving up. But Thursday is a really big stellar day. So I like that a lot for opportunities. All right, so let's see what else is in store for us. Wow, I just like that excitement and that end of the week opening for us to be able to use our creative energies and to be able to look and see how you can support other people. Even, when we have good things happen to us, it's always really nice to share that energy with other people because they can borrow our certainty. They can borrow our excitement, right? When something good happens for you and you share that excitement for somebody else, you're letting them know, hey, it happened for me, it can happen for you, right? And so when you actually share the good things in your life with other people with that idea or that intention, it gives them the opportunity to like absorb it and take it in and go, yeah, that can happen for me too, right? So that's always the way we want to be. We always want to celebrate someone else's success, and we want to share our own success with other people so that they also can receive the information. They can receive that energy and be able to lift themselves up, right? And allow them to bounce to wherever they want to go next. All right, you guys, it's a busy week. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of focus on details in spite of all the busyness, right? You still want to get in those details. Make sure you focus on the details. And at the same time, breathe, relax. Everything is fine in this moment, right? No rush. Because even though, there may be some outward chaos that's happening, whether it's these storms and you lose electricity, or whether it's your plane is delayed, or whether there's, a storm with at work and the problems at work that happen and people are getting fired or people are getting hired or you're growing and you don't have the space. I mean, there's all different sorts of, problems that we have. The big news is that it can all be handled because we're never given more than we can handle, right? So I'll leave you with that. Enjoy the week, take it in, be present. Just know that everything is perfect and unfolding as it should be. And I wish you guys all the best. And if you like my weekly wake up, please share it, comment below, share it with your friends. And I look forward to connecting with you again next week.